Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crufts 2013 here in the main arena. Just a little bit of a delay. We're just getting the dog activities display set up. Dog activities are up in Hall 3. If you'd like to know anything about the other activities, the working activities, that's a place to go. Representatives from all the different activities there, working trials, Hillworts music, obedience, bloodhounds, just about everything that you could wish for in gun dogs as well, in the working activities, which is a huge part of what the Kennel Club do. And that's the place to meet all the handlers and to actually find out what it's all about. We're going to give you a small display now, a little selection, a taster of 5 of the disciplines you can see up there. And afterwards, if you want to go and speak to them on the activity stand, they'll tell you how you can get started in it, what's involved in it. You can actually meet some of the dogs and get some tips while you're up there. So do go and see them afterwards. Right, we've got working trials here, Hillworts music, bloodhounds, gun dogs and obedience for you to look at. So would you like to welcome into the arena the handlers who are going to be demonstrating for you? And on my left is Jenny Deakin and the Hillworts music. The Hillworts music girls. Followed in by Philippa Williams and her crew. We're going to be showing the gun dogs. The bloodhounds are on the way in over there. Followed on by the obedience. So that'll be obedience and rally obedience. So pet training, competitive obedience, and a little bit of inside in the rally obedience as well. So we're just waiting for the working trial. But while we're waiting for working trials, we're going to hand you over to Jenny, who's going to explain a little bit about Hillworts music and show you a few of the moves.
Well, good morning, everybody. Please welcome my team into the ring. You'll see with Hillworts music, you can have any breed of dog that does this. Now, all the breeds of dogs are pedigree, crossbreed, or any breed of dog can do this from 18 months old up to 2 years old. Now, the class that they're showing you now is a Hillworts music class. The activity is divided into 2 parts, Hillworts music and freestyle. They're showing you the Hillworts music part, which has evolved from the obedience activity. So there's 8 recognised Hillworts positions. You can move forward, sideways or backwards, fast pace, slow pace or normal pace. So you can see the dogs are doing this at the moment. You can also do some wonderful floor patterns to show off the movement of your dog. Now what they're going to show you is the freestyle class. So freestyle is any move or behaviour that the dog isn't doing heel work. So let's see what they're doing. We've got the Burmese Mountain Dog doing some leg weaves, Shetland Sheepdog doing a rollover, Henry the Jack Russell doing a go round. We've got Frodo the Papillon doing a twist. What else is he doing? Okay, now the thing is, the music's going to change in a moment. The thing is with Hillworts music, you can choose any music that you want. What they're going to do is show you a slightly choreographed sequence routine. They're going to do 2 leg weaves, and then they're going to send the dog round the umbrella. Now in Hillworts music, you can use a prop. We're choosing to use an umbrella today. Now they're going to show you some paw work. So you've seen Bracken the Cocker Spaniel's done some paw work. Now he's going to do some cross paws there. Now they're going to show you the popular move of walking back. This is a movement the dogs naturally do, and we've just captured that movement and put it on cue. And then they're going to do a bend. Now they're going to show you some heel work. So see if you can recognise one of the 8 heel work positions that they can do. So again, all breeds of dogs from small to large are showing you their heel work here. All aged between 18 months upwards. Okay, now they're going to pick up their umbrella and show you some poses. Let's see what they're doing. So Henry's up on his owner's leg. Minstrel, the flat coat's upside down. Brilliant, that one. What else can they do? Another pose. They're doing a balance. Honey's up on his back legs. The Great Dane's on his back there, up on his back there. That's lovely. Now they're going to form a shape. And they're going to show you some popular moves that we teach in hill work to music. One's going to do a jump. One's going to do a twist. So we're going to do a jump and a twist. And a jump and a twist. Now the team are going to show a leg weave. Let's see if Frodo will do the leg weave. Will you do the leg weave, Helen? A leg weave? Oh, he's not going to do it. Henry, let's do a leg weave. Another leg weave. How about some go round? So the dog goes round the handler. Now they're going to show you what they can do with their prop. So the dog learns to go round the umbrella. Can they jump the umbrella? Let's see if Bracken's jumping the umbrella. The Great Dane's jumping the umbrella. Now they're going to show you a lovely finishing pose. Ladies, show the finishing pose. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for the Hill Work to Music display team.
Well, what a great display. Thanks ever so much, Jenny, and all the girls with the Hill Work to Music. If you want to know a bit about Hill Work to Music, all three on the activity stand, and Jenny will be up there to speak to you with the rest of the girls there. It's a great fun sport. Now, we're going to look a little bit at bloodhounds. I know little about bloodhounds, so I'll be fascinated watching this. And Leo is going to tell us all about it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our two bloodhounds that we have here today. We've got Liz Cudlip with a dog called Khalid and the bitch called Clementine. One of the oldest breeds of dogs that's around, the bloodhound. History can be traced back for many, many hundreds of years. They're a dual-purpose hound. You'll see them both in the show ring, and our speciality are the bloodhound trials, where we hunt the scent of a human being. We have 4 trials a year, run by the 2 breed clubs that we have under the auspices of the Kennel Club. Bloodhounds are very good at scenting the scent of the human being. They're not tracker dogs. There is a difference between a tracker dog and a scent hound. An old breed with a small gene pool. As you've already been made aware, we are looking at some of our older breeds that have got a tight gene pool to ensure that they go forward with good health, with vigour, with energy, and that they're fit for function and fit for purpose. The 2 hounds here today that you see before you, the dog hound was imported by Liz from Germany, and the bitch Clementine has been brought in from the Czech Republic, or the former Czech Republic. And these hounds have been brought in by Liz, as others have by other breeders, to generate diversity within our gene pool to ensure that we have good, healthy hounds that are fit for the job that we want them to do. Ladies and gentlemen, Clementine and Khalid with Liz Cudlip. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Leo, and that's the world of the bloodhounds. And if you'd like to go and fuss a bloodhound and hear and listen to a bit more about them and find out what they actually do as a sport, then do go on and see Leo on the stand in the activity centre. Coming into the arena now, we've got the obedience and the rally obedience team under the control of Claire Coughlin-Khan, and she'll be telling us all about what's happening with the obedience and this new sport from America called rally.
Thank you. Well, as has just been mentioned, we have the 2 disciplines running in parallel. This is because rally is taken from elements of competitive obedience. But as you move up in the rally levels, level 2 and 3, there are elements of agility and working trials. So it is a sport for everyone. It is becoming incredibly popular. We've already been overloaded with inquiries during Crufts, so I think it will really, really take off. It has been organised by the APDT, or Association of Pet Dog Trainers, until the Kennel Club adopted it in October last year. So it is a very new sport, and we'll come back and have a look at it in more detail shortly. First of all, we're going to concentrate on the competitive obedience section. And we can see here, if we bring our German Shepherd towards the middle there, we can see that he's concentrating on retrieve. That's it. So let's bring him forward, Lisa, so we can see what's going on. And we're holding the dumbbell there and encouraging the dog to bring it to us. And we're giving a command to give as well, because that's very important when you're learning how to retrieve. you need to be taking the article away from the dog. Okay, so Lisa, let's throw the dumbbell now towards the middle of the ring, and let's see how this would look in competition. Okay, so we're just getting the dog ready, and we give him a command to sit, and we're going to throw the dumbbell, and send the dog. He's got to go straight out to the dumbbell, and whoops, just having a little play with the dumbbell, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's found a spell on the carpet. So we give him lots of encouragement. There we go. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Gunnar some encouragement. A little bit overwhelmed in all the lights, I think. Okay, we're moving on here to our border collie here. This is Tally, handled by Sean. He's just showing us some heel work. Now we're training a position on the move. This is to be found during heel work in Class C, which is the highest level of open competition. You notice now we're encouraging the dog to sit whilst we are able to walk around the dog. And now we're encouraging the dog back into heel work. So Sean, let's see how this would look now in competition. So there we are doing some heel work, into the sit. And now the handler will walk around, leave the dog in the sit position. And now he will collect the dog back into heel work. That's lovely. Let's give Sean and Tally some encouragement. Well done. Okay, now if we bring Gwyneth more into the middle, Gwyneth, so we can see what you're doing. Now we notice the dog there is doing some distance control, but let's have a look at this in more detail. Now the dog has to go through the positions, stand, sit and down, but in a stationary manner this time. So if we notice now, the dog is going to be given the positions, and he must not move more than a body length forward or to the side. You can see here he's totally focused on the handler. Let's give him some applause, ladies and gentlemen. What about that distance work? And you might be wondering, what is he? Well, he's actually a working beardy cross-border collie. Okay, so we've had a look at obedience. Let's have a look at rally now. So as I mentioned earlier, some of the rally stations or exercises are taken from elements of competitive obedience. So if we have a look first, this is our lovely German Shepherd, Carl. He's going to show us some static movements. So we go first of all into the sit, then into the down, and again into the sit position. There we go. Let's give Carl some encouragement. Well done. And Carl is actually a former guide dog, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, he wasn't getting on very well in his home. And so Sue, his puppy walker, said, yes, I'll have him back, please. So he's now leading a very happy life. Now here's Max, our Labrador. And we're doing a call front position. So you notice this is similar to the recall that we would find in obedience. And now we're doing a finish. Let's have another look, Richard, just so we can see that exercise. Okay, so we walk forward, then we call the dog in front of us, there, and then we achieve the finish. Let's have a look at the finish. That's lovely. Now let's give Max and Richard some encouragement. There we are. Okay, and finally, this is our little star, this young lady. This is Yubi, our lovely Rottweiler, highest qualified rally dog in the ring. One of the highest qualified dogs in the country at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see here, she's doing a pivot turn. So this is a 90-degree pivot. Can we have another look, Anne? Okay, come and find out more about rally and obedience. It's great fun.
Well, thanks, Claire. That was a great display and a little bit of information there about rally and pet training stroke competitive obedience. Now, if you go past a wet field in the autumn and you see someone with a dog on a long line, it's probably the working trials people practicing dragging. And we've got the expert here to tell us all about it. Stand forward and working trials.
Thank you, Dave. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give you a short display of working trials. If you think of police dog work, that is where working trials exercises were formulated from. A track, a search, control exercises, heel work, but not as regimented as the obedience you see in Hall 5, and a little agility, but not under the clock. One of the control exercises, firstly, the send away. Dog is sent out on command, waits, and is called back. Now, Esther here is a Labrador Retriever, the second most popular breed within our discipline. Okay, next dog in, German Shepherd, my personal favourite. Here, young dog, this is Griff with Richard Cornwall. Richard has been in working trials for many years. Very, very successful German Shepherd handler. And here he's displaying a search to you. Now, if you could imagine, this is a grass area. The dog is required to wind and find these articles. But in here, of course, the dog's able to see the article. This is a piece of hose pipe. This dog is about to tell us how he can pick up both together, I think, which he wouldn't be able to do in the field, but he'll have a good try here. Our exercises are very much outdoors. Our dogs never work indoors, and this is quite a foreign thing to him, so to be able to see too is not something he'd normally have. There you are, back he brings it. Now, the most important exercise within us is tracking. Now, Martine is laying a track. Now, I have laughed at Martine wearing these boots, but when we came out and it was snowing just now, she had the last laugh on me. Now, Morris, with his dog Judd. Now, this dog, incidentally, is bred by Martine. So, what the dog is doing is following a disturbance on the ground, not an air scent like a bloodhound, but it's actually following a scent. Here he's found the first article. The dog is worked on a harness so that the dog's under control and knows what he's doing. There he works on, starts to work the turn, along he goes. Now, if you imagine this is a grass field, this is 10 acres of land, sort of 3 football pitches. And this track on grass could be something like 3 hours old. There, the dog starts to cast for the turn. And there he goes, he's picked it up. Now, if you could imagine the amount of traffic within here, this is something very foreign to these dogs. But, of course, the dog has a wonderful scenting ability and is able to move. There we are, absolutely excellent. Well done, Rick. Okay, now an exercise unique to our discipline is the speak on command. Lots of you can get your dogs to bark, but can you get them to be quiet? Now Nathan's going to show you how he gets his dog to speak on command. And then he gets the dog to be quiet. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for the display. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Dan. And if you want to know more about working trials, then up you go into Hall 3, the activity stand, and the stand and the working trials representatives will tell you all about the sport and, more importantly, how to get started. Now we've got something to finish on, very visual and very good to watch. And we've got Philippa Williams, and she's going to tell us all about gun dogs. And it is a bit of fun to watch as well.
Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I sort of lost track of the time of day, let alone what day it is. So what we're just going to go through today is that we've had what we call a drive. That's where the birds are driven over the guns. The guns have had a good sporting day, only shooting the highest birds. And we've been told that there may be 1 or 2 left in the brashing at the other end, so it's vitally important, so if you want to start, girls, vitally important that the injured game is picked first and foremost. So our dogs are not picking game scent or retrieving game scent, they are retrieving shot or blood scent. That is very important, so the dogs then can run through live game and only pick the game that is injured. All right, so off we go. So here we go. We got Boise here, might be followed very much by a spaniel. Boyce, get out. Oh well, ignore the whistle, why don't you? Was actually meant to stop on that, so it just proves that our dogs are only, I was going to say only human, but you know what I mean, they're not right all the time. So we're showing here that the dog is steady in the middle, which is what mine should have done before he decides that he's going to redesign Richard the recyclable rabbit. You're such a naughty boy. So his punishment is he doesn't get his food treat now. So I'm going to show him his food treat that he could have had if he'd behaved himself, but he was rubbish, wasn't he really? So, oh dear, dear, what a shame you don't get that sausage. That was nice, that was my breakfast, that was lovely. You don't need to go and hit his dog around with a piece of 4x4 with 6-inch nails in it, or shout yourself sore and blue in the face. A denial of a food reward or a toy or something can be equally as powerful as a punishment. Monkey, come, good lad, good. Out there. Chimp, get over. Good lad. Good lad. Good. Good. Boyce, get over. Boise, listen. Well done. Well done. Good. Who, me? It's okay, I'm just a retired field trial champion, don't you? Why, don't you know who I am, Mummy? Well, that's golden retrievers for you. They can be quite unpredictable. The Labradors can be very boring because they're very predictable. They're very, very easy to train. The Labradors are slightly less consistent, and the flat coats, well, you just need to have a very, very good sense of humour to do the flat coat. So here we go. Here goes Pogo, the young flat goat. He's going to go on out now. Come on, Pogie, do your boy. Hey! And he's going to go into the brushing with a bit of luck. So it's, they do say you can only train one flat coat in the same time it would take to train 2 golden retrievers or 1 Labrador. So I'm going to let the beast loose. I'm going to let Secret go now because anything could happen on this one. So, Secret, let's go. Good lad, good girl. Whee! Good girl. Oh, is she going to come back? Oh! Get over. Oh, she's not there anymore, you stupid woman. Get on. Oh, no, back she comes. Get over. Hey, good girlie. Well done. Oh, easy. Easy. Good girlie. Good. Good girl. Good. So the Spaniels actually do a completely different work normally. They'll be quartering up and down. They'll be flushing game. As soon as they find game, then they must stop and flush the game. So we're going to leave the dogs here. We're going to recall them down and end the demo that way. So if you'd just like to bring your dogs back in. All right, so leave the dogs there. Good dogs, well done, good. So remember, for your gun dog training, you've got to trust your dog implicitly, but the bottom line is they have to trust you. It's a big partnership. You're working your dog in quite a dangerous environment with live shot at great distances. You cannot train for temperament. You can only breed temperament. So with your gun dogs, they should have a temperament where you could put 101 dogs all in a cart or whatever together. Their temperament is paramount. So let's just call them down here now. You ready? Good lads, well done. Whee! Well done, lovely.
Give Philip a big round of applause, folks. What a great display. Philip and all the team, a really good display with the gun dogs. Thank you very much, Philip. In fact, thank you to all for showing your particular disciplines, one of the many Kennel Club disciplines that you can get involved with. If you want to know more, it's all 3 on the activity stand, and you can speak to the handler. So give them a round of applause now as they leave the arena. The gun dogs, here were to music, working trials, obedience, and of course the bloodhounds.